To politics and probably a little football as well.
It does indeed.
And we're going to talk a little football right about now. Talk about God in football. We've all seen the Tim Tebow pose, right? The NFL quarterback's very public display of his faith, when his Broncos are victorious or otherwise, is something that has been notable this season. One football great isn't sure if God really takes sides in games, but legendary Hall of Famer QB Fran Tarkenton thinks it's great. We're talking about an athlete like Tebow. He's the chairman and founder of OneMoreCustomer.com and just wrote an editorial in the Wall Street Journal, Fran. Does God care who wins football games? It's a big question. And you gave us a little context for your career as well. You said that you needed a special dispensation from the church to play football on Sundays. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, Jenna, I was good to be with you again. And I was, my father was a Pentecostal holiness minister and a wonderful, great man. And we were charismatic before charismatic was cool. And we didn't believe in playing the sports or activities on Sundays. And I had to get special dispensation from my church to even go to the National Football League and play football on Sunday.
So you're saying that, that the church and religion had a role in football, for years now. It's not just coming back with Tebow.
No, I mean, we've had, all kind of guys that were religious. Reggie White was an ordained minister, one of the greatest, toughest, meanest defensive ends ever to play. But, sometimes I worry about the divine intervention. When your father and I, who played quarterback together, as you know, but your listeners don't, in 1975, we had the Dallas Cowboys beat in a playoff game, and Roger Staubach throws the Hail Mary pass in the last seconds to Drew Pearson. It was impossible that could happen. But it happened, and I thought that day, Jenna, that maybe divine intervention was really real.
As a lifelong Denver fan, I grew up in Denver, so I always hated the Raiders. And you say that you were against the Raiders in a Super Bowl, and you were sure that God had to be on your side.
Yeah,
but that didn't work out.
We're playing the villains Raiders. I mean, they were the villains, and Al Davis was a villain owner, and they were all reprobates, and they came from all terrible backgrounds. And I was sure we had more Christians on our team than they had on their team, yet they beat us. Oh. And so then I thought but certainly God couldn't be on their side.
Well, there's that other guy. What's that other guy's name, John? I don't know his name. Tom Brady. Is that the?
Oh, yeah.
Now, just your predictions, Fran. What do you think's going to happen on Saturday?
Yeah, when we get down to the seriousness of football, and I love the Tim Tebow story. I think it's a great story for America and for football. But when they go into New England and you go against the evil genius Belichick, and you go against Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to play, you got great players there, and you got a 6'6", 260-pound tight end Gronkowski who can run about a 4-flat 40. Then the players come into being, and I think that New England will be heavily favored. New England should win the game. But you know what's great, Jenna and John? We don't know. Yeah. We're wondering. Yeah. Maybe
that's right.
Something's going to happen here.
And worth pointing out, Tim Tebow has said he doesn't pray to win games. He prays for guidance and that he can do the best that he can possibly do. He
is just great. I just love Tim Tebow. And he's a great role model. Yeah. We talk about role models. He's been that, and he doesn't claim that God is trying to influence the game.
Fran Tarkenton, great to have you on.
And I'm still waiting for those stories about my dad, Fran. So next time we got to talk.
Oh, Jenna, I've got a lot of them. A great General Lee. Thank you.
We'll talk, Fran. Thank you very much. Hey, we're going to turn back to politics.